cute. He's so sexy. He's got the look. It drives the girls wild. Got the moves that really move me. He says,
we're set for action, and it looks as though we are about to get underway. Two superstars lock up. Another exclusive matchup for Coliseum Video. They're ready to get down to business.
Yes, I was impressed very much so by their attitude going into this match. They both said that they're going to give all their all, and I'm certainly looking forward to that. Well, it boggles my mind and everybody else's mind too.
They're cautious at first. They move in, collar and elbow. And boy, this crowd, they've been waiting for this encounter all night. Got the power and skill.
Yes, and his feet are good too. Don't forget that, because speed is a very, very important factor in this particular match. Doesn't he look confident?
Oh. This is going to be some battle, I think, no doubt, for Pace.
He certainly knows how to strike most effectively. He may be in for a rude awakening here.
Oh.
I don't know so much, though. He certainly knows what he's doing, Shawn.
Well, two very interesting styles meeting head-to-head here. Two very gifted superstars. And I think that they are going to have to use every
Yes.
of their vast vocabulary of wrestling moves.
Yes, some not even in the book.
And Warnock and Hayes, both superstars, very cautious at this point.
They are indeed. One thing they've got to do, they've got to pace themselves. There's no getting on the outside and having a little respite for 2 or 3 minutes. You've got to be in there the whole time. And one of the most important keys to success is being able to pace yourself correctly. You know, both do their homework very, very thoroughly on their opposition. So obviously they've looked, reviewed tapes, probably Coliseum tapes at that, to see how each has fared.
So we've got a great matchup here.
Indeed we have.
Took a long way to get there, but I think we made our point.
Absolutely.
Well, I have a feeling that this is one encounter that is going to get a bit wild. Gorilla Monsoon and Bobby the Brain Heenan. They're doing a special broadcast this evening, Your Lordship, on the Armed Forces Network.
Well, that's very kind of them, but I'm still sure that Bobby Heenan gets paid for it.
Yeah, I was going to say it wasn't a charitable move on the Brain's part.
And then Gorilla's not far behind him, you know. He likes a few pence in the pocket too. Yes. Oh, he never picks up a tag if you go out to eat. He's a funny gentleman.
Lordship. What a great match to include as an exclusive encounter for Coliseum Video. And I know for a fact we are going to see some sparks in this battle.
Yes, this is a plum of a match for Coliseum Video. They really have excelled themselves with this exclusive.
Surprised he wanted to stand toe-to-toe there. He'd like to end this in a hurry.
He certainly would.
Oh. And after seeing the action we've seen so far, Alfred Hayes going to make a prediction and say this is going to be a tremendous exclusive matchup that is going to be included.
Yes, I must echo those words, Shawn. I don't always like to agree with you, but sometimes you're forced to.
Alfred, you arrived here earlier than I did, and I see you got some color today.
Yes, I was out on the beach. It was very nice there.
So it's going to be a perfect day because not only did you get out in the sun, but you're going to see some great World Wrestling Federation action.
Yes, I saw all sorts of things on the beach, but very nice.
Folks on the edge of their seats here. And there is a clear example of the skill in the ring. He has worked very hard, spent a lot of hours in the squared circle, just practicing, perfecting his moves, and it's certainly paying off.
Absolutely, Shawn. The execution of those moves, when he strung together, timing was great, all the balance was correct, shows you how he has, in your words, improved.
And not only skilled with wrestling moves, they're also very skilled at stretching the rules, shall we say.
A little deviation from the rules there didn't hurt anybody really. He's a very, very sneaky, crafty wrestler. Sometimes with the referee's back turn, he will use some very, very dubious means.
He has very quickly scaled the ranks. He's definitely, Lord Alfred Hayes, one of the top contenders.
I would have to go along with that, Shawn. Most definitely.
Not that I admire or really like the way he behaves in the ring.
You don't like his
But as
confidence?
far as his skill, I'll go along with how you feel about it. It's tough for me at times, because I have to think that their personal behavior is part of it. But when you just speak solely on skill, I would say he is definitely one of the best.
Oh, that's very gracious of you, and I'm sure that he'll have a few kind words to say to you, Shawn.
No, he never has a kind word to say.
Oh, he doesn't? Well, he doesn't to me either, quite honestly.
No, that's for sure. Very nasty demeanor.
Yes, he's a killer. He really is.
They're not nice individuals.
No, but they're in a man's world, in a man's sport, and they certainly are men.
Where men are men.
Yes, absolutely. He doesn't appear to have any weaknesses in his armor at all, though. He has great conditioning, Shawn. He really is a superb man. You have to admire him.
Yes.
Who has shown us a lot of skills over the past. He's a very powerful performer, a very, very gifted wrestler. But I certainly know that inside the ring, this man is a very, very aggressive performer, and he certainly has chalked up a remarkable list of victories.
You have seen him in the ring long enough to know anytime he can erupt and end an encounter. Great angle. About as close as I'd like to get to the action.
Yes.
In this case.
And look at that shot, Shawn. Our cameraman taking us right in the ring there. You were talking about great angles before. That was another good one. You cannot be closer to the action than that in the World Wrestling Federation. That is surely a coup for Coliseum Video.
This is an exclusive matchup for Coliseum Video. Some Coliseum Video cameras bring us in close. Closest I've ever been.
Yes, really.
Boy, do we have a good look at that. The battle continues. This capacity crowd is really getting an action-filled match here.
And you know, Shawn, I think the fans here are finding it difficult who to really favor in this match. I think they're quite evenly divided on the two.
Well, both sides giving everything they've got. And you can see just the edges of fatigue sneaking in. But as far as the action goes, it's just as furious as when the bell first sounded.
They probably have every young girl in here cheering for them with the fair maidens. Yes, I knew a fair maiden here once. Molly, her name was. A precious little girl. No, I don't know. No.
No details. So you are in a real spry mood today.
Thank you, Shawn.
8, 9,
Really
10.
taking advantage of the situation now. Using everything he's got.
I believe he's trying to step up the pace here. I think he's found maybe a faster pace is more to his liking.
A series of moves right there.
Great moves and counter moves and counter moves.
Yes, nicely explained, Alfred.
Yes, I don't think we're ever going to keep up with them, do you, Shawn?
Only in slow motion.
I'm sure, please, you're calling the play here. I couldn't do it.
Think about it, he never lets up.
He certainly
Sees
doesn't.
any opening, he goes right for it. He gets to dismantle.
Yes. He is relentless. You're right, Shawn. I like the choice of your wordage there. Dismantle. That's what he does. He takes you apart, this man.
Slow and calculating, but incredibly effective.
You do sometimes marvel at his courage. I mean, obviously, he's not only a great wrestler, but he does possess a great deal of grit. and obviously resolution.
Well, you clearly saw that.
He's intent on really destroying, and he's doing a good job of that right now.
He rarely pays any attention to the referee as it is.
He doesn't speak the same language as referees, that's for sure.
Referee watching.
Yes,
To some extent. Difficult time trying to keep things under control.
our referee here has his hands full in this encounter. Both involved in illegal tactics so far. Danny Davis getting a little fed up with this right now and trying to keep some sort of order. How difficult that is. You know, one thing these men have in common, both of them, is that as youngsters they played rugby.
Really?
Yes.
Well, Your Lordship, I have to say that is one great sport.
It is. I know that you've partaken in a few games of rugby.
I know people find that hard to believe, but I kind of stayed out of the end there and waited until they passed me the ball, and I would run in and touch it down.
You're a little modest. I know that you campaigned in Great Britain and in Europe as a rugby man, one of the 15.
Well, we've got two men battling it out right now.
Devastating wrestler, is he not, Shawn?
It certainly is.
He certainly has his wits about him at all times. And now you're seeing superb wrestling, and it's very, very best here by two complete masters. And look at this, bang, 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 it's like the stock exchange.
Boxing match.
Well, the action now is really fast and furious, both climbing into top gear. And I'm afraid that the referee is not equal to that particular speed. He's just by himself, one man in the ring. Really not enough.
Good hold of the reins at this point in this encounter.
Seems rather delighted with what he's doing.
Apparently he's accomplishing what he set out to do.
Some great moves here. He's beginning to establish himself in this bout. He's beginning to dominate. And once he does this, he's a tremendously good front runner. And what a good situation our Coliseum cameraman had just then, right in the corner.
Would love to get another look at that.
Shawn, you're so right. When you said that just now, I was trying to think the last time I saw. I can't remember ever seeing this happen to him before. So this game plan seems to be working. And those are good tactics indeed. He certainly knows how to pull things out of the bag. A very uncouth fellow, but a great wrestler. His language...
Now, wait a minute, Lord Alfred Hayes. I'm going to tell you right now, I know that is going to acquire a copy of this exciting tape. He will listen to every moment. He's going to hear what you just said.
Well, that's what,
I'm going to give you the opportunity to retract that statement.
You
said he was uncouth.
Yes, he is uncouth. I don't want that. He rather takes a pride in the way he can handle gutter language. I'm telling you, he rather likes that. Sometimes the things he says, well, you couldn't possibly say them on television or the air anyway. Even so, it doesn't detract from what he does inside the ring. He is a superb wrestler. That in itself, showing all that tenacity and resolve, is a superb effort.
No, I would agree with that point, but considering what Alfred Hayes, just how formal you are and how much you believe in manners,
it was a kind of
point I was trying to get across, Lord Alfred Hayes.
See, there's a nice move.
Well, certainly give an attitude adjustment. But few men can combat that move.
How true. Shawn, the heaviness of that blow and the crispness of its delivery, I don't care who you are, that was bound to really hurt you.
Well, I don't think too many individuals could have taken such a blow, but Your Lordship, you have suffered a few broken noses in your time.
There's a lot of sinew in the nose, and it does tend to be very flexible, especially if you've had it broken once or twice, and that can happen with close contact matches.
No, I broke my nose once. I was involved in a rather intense squash game. Yes, it was nailed by Aaron Slack.
But obviously you had the best self put your nose back straight.
Certainly.
I can see. And it makes me awfully jealous, Shawn, because you keep getting the nicest goals, while I seem to get those, well, not so nice, maybe.
I think you put that very nicely. Have you ever heard the term, he has a little mileage, it's not all highway?
No, I've never heard that. It's a reference to a car.
Oh, in your case, I was beating a reference to a woman.
Yes, I got you well. In a jocular mood you are, aren't you? Shawn, wasn't that a touching moment you and I observed in England a couple of months ago, in Sheffield Arena?
Yes. I don't think it's too difficult to remember, your lordship. The Lord Alfred, you have been in arenas all over the world where Hulk Hogan has come out and the crowd just goes insane.
Yes, they do.
Well, I think we experienced the same feeling at the Sheffield Arena. I have to look up around the arena. Not one person moved from their seats.
No.
They didn't look for the exits. They sat there, stood up, cheering. It really was a movement moment.
Yes, it
Well,
was
a number of movements, I should say. You spent some time in a little town.
Yes, I did. In fact, in Warren, a very nice little town tucked into the dales of Wiltshire.
8, 9.
Very passive action there. There's really a fantastic contest.
This match has been like flipping a coin from side to side as it's gone on back and forth.
You're right, Shawn, it has turned things, and that pendulum has swung again.
17.
And as you said before, this match has been backwards and forwards from that opening bell.
A lot of quickness in this battle, Lord Alfred Hayes. Did you expect a pace like this?
I didn't, to tell the truth. Mixing up his attack, good stuff. Great tenacity being shown here. Very, very efficient wrestler. He knows exactly how to position himself inside the ring. Geographically, he's always correct with his moves, and that is what causes one, or enables one, to bring off a victory. He really is a superb wrestler, so graceful, so artistic, and to watch him in action is a pleasure indeed. A very hardy veteran of the ring. He knows some very, very good little moves that can really disarm you, but he's not having all his own way here.
Clear example there, Lord Alfred Hayes.
Yes.
He's not going to beat him at that game.
Maybe he knows something that we're not privy to, but that is always the hallmark of a great wrestler, which certainly is. Yes, as a matter of fact, Shawn, he's just prolonging this because he's beginning to enjoy himself in the ring. He's doing what he does best, running in front. He's a great front runner as far as wrestling moves are concerned, and when he has a man in trouble like this, virtually no chance at all. I'd have to think now seriously of leaving my shoulders down for a count of 3 and trying to get out of this the honourable way. He who lives and runs away lives to fight another day.
Shouldn't have hesitated, Alfred.
No, he wasted some time there. And now he's flirting with a disqualification. He's coming awfully close indeed. And that has turned the referee's attention away from him.
Lackadaisical cannot do that. When you're in the ring, he is enjoying himself at this point. There's no need to hurry things up. You better go for the kill when you have the opportunity.
Absolutely right. You can't take those sort of risks.
Very clear message. Not going to be pushed around.
He does everything so well. I don't like to see him take chances like that, though.
Well, we will see if it helps him out of this encounter. Certainly the drive is there. Refuses to be intimidated.
Some vintage wrestling here by both men. Just absolutely superb being displayed by both of them. He's got the tables in his favour momentarily at the moment, but keeps coming back at him. So persistent, so persevering. His arsenal, his armory is so good in these circumstances, and in such perfect physical condition.
Listen to this crowd, Alfred.
Well, I can hardly hear myself here. They're making so much noise.
Alfred, I think you can call this one match a WrestleFest.
You could.
We are certainly getting a feast of action.
Absolutely right. And